Hello YouTube. This is the third part to my series of how to get faster on the Rubik's Cube. In this part, I'll be talking about the cross and how to get faster at the cross. Also, I'll be talking about cross to F2L transition and how that affects the flow of your F2L. And I'll also give lots of tips on getting faster at the cross and the cross to first F2L transition. Most people say that the cross is intuitive, which it is, and it requires some spatial recognition and working things out for yourself. For example, most people, when asked to solve a cross on the white side or whatever side they want, and told that it needs to line up with the center, they will pretty much be able to solve the cross because they already have some amount of spatial recognition and that kind of ability. However, this can take as many as 20 moves, as I've seen with some beginner methods, and this is just way too long for a cross. Some people take maybe 10 to 15 seconds to solve their cross. That is far beginner. Most people who average about 30 seconds have maybe a 5 or more second cross, which can be reduced to 3 seconds quite easily. To see a good video on getting faster at the cross and with the advanced method, you wouldn't call it a method, you just call it a technique, see badmephisto's advanced cross video, and I'll provide an annotation to that video right now. Okay, so his method is basically find your cross pieces, work out your first cross piece and how that'll work out your first cross piece, work out the next two, and then where will your fourth cross piece be, and then insert the fourth cross piece and align it. With lots of practice, you can easily learn this and just develop your own way of solving the cross. It really isn't that hard. He also notes that the cross can always be solved in 8 moves or less, and 99.95% of the time it can be solved in less than 8 moves, which is 7 and below. And most of the time it can be solved in 6 moves. The average times people solve the cross in, advanced people, sub 20, sub 15, are about 1 to 2 seconds. Okay, now I'll go into a few other things about the cross before I begin my cross tips. Okay, so some people build the cross on the top, some people build it on the left, and most people build it on the bottom. Some people, notably Erik Akkerstrike, the world record holder, the single world record holder, and with an 11.11 average, do build their cross on top and do a rotation at the end, or they might just build it on the cross and just rotate whilst they're building it. So they have their white piece on top, and whilst they're building the cross, they'll plan their rotations so that their cross ends up on the bottom when they start their F2L. I usually do build on the bottom, as that provides a good look ahead for F2L. Now let me just give a quick tip for putting the last piece into your cross. So let me just show you. So say we have here, alright, let me show you. So say we have here, this is our cross, we've built these two pieces, and we want to get the cross on the bottom. Instead of doing an L2 and then just doing a double rotation, what we'll do is do an R2, a small R2, and that puts our cross on bottom, and we can easily see. And the same thing can be done, say you're building the cross there, or building the cross, if you're building the cross there, so you can have a look at your cross and see if everything's right, and then you've got the last one there. Instead of doing an L prime, you can just do an R prime, a small R prime. Okay, this is quite debatable, but yeah, which side to build the cross on, which colour? Well, it's up to you, basically. Some people say with practice they can learn to recognise the white pieces really easily. Erik Akkerstrike, and most fast speed solvers will build their cross on white or yellow, and some Japanese speedcubers build their cross on blue or white, as those two are opposite, and kind of like Erik Akkerstrike, they have two sides they can refer to, just in case one side has a really bad case. Okay, so that's my rambling out of the way. Let's get on to some tips.